Hi guys, so today I'm going to edit my this photo from my Instagram using Lightroom. So this photo was taken with a DSLR, but I screenshotted it because I couldn't find the original, so the quality is not as good as it actually is. So first of all, I go in with my exposure and I'm going to do a +16 on that one, and then highlights I bring them down to a -17. And then you want to bring your shadows up to +25. This just kind of brightens the overall photo. And then I also like my photos to be quite bright and white, so I'm going to bring the whites up to +29. And to keep the depth in the photo, I keep blacks at a -7, nothing too crazy. And then from there, we're going to go into the curve. So the curve actually is really good for all lighting. The top half kind of brings back all the shadows quite bright, and then the bottom bit is all your front lighting. But play around with it to see what works for you. And then I'm going to bring the vibrance down to -5 because I'll bring up the color in the next step. So in the color mix, I'm going to do reds at +11 for the hue. So a little bit more orange. Saturation +7. And then the luminous, I'm going to bring that down to -22. So this is where you'll start getting more of that tanned looking skin. And then with the orange, I did a +5 for a hue. So again, bringing it into more orangey and greens. The saturation, I did a +14. And then the luminance I brought down to a -15. So as you can see, my skin starts becoming a little bit more tanned. Each photo is different, so play around. So with the yellows, I don't like a lot of yellow in my photos, so I'm going to bring the hue down, saturation down to -34, and then bring the luminance up to +36. I do this for every one of my photos. I don't like to take yellows completely out because I don't want my highlights to go white. With the green, I did a -49 saturation and a +36 for the luminance. I don't like too much green in my photo either. And then I didn't really do much with the other colors. Sometimes with the blues, you can take a lot more warmth out of the photo as well. So then I'm going to go into clarity and bring that one up to +18. As you can see, it starts making more of an in-depth photo. And then with the grain, I'm going to bring up to a +13. But with the quality of the photo, I probably didn't have to bring it up this far. But with the actual DSLR photo, that's what I did. And then I sharpened it to +18. And then to get that more smooth looking skin, I did the noise reduction at +7 and the detail at 61. So I like a lot of detail in my photo. I like it to be quite sharp. And then when I go into the highlights and shadows, I did the hue at 51, a saturation at 10, just to bring a bit more warmth into it. And then with the shadows, I brought a little bit more of the pink into it. But depends, I guess, what you can see in the background how it just changes the color a little bit. So it's not so hospital white. And then after this step, I went back and checked the before and after and decided that this one was a little bit more dark than the original. So I went back into the curve and just brought a little bit more brightness in it and took away the contrasting depth. And then I was kind of more in line with the original photo. And then as you can see, that's the before and after. So screenshot next slide for all the details.